So I got total 18 years of experience into the accounts and finalization, and how we analysis the profit and loss account for P&L. It has been decided that Pfizer will be going to take over First Data with the consideration of 22 billion, which is one of the biggest deal in the US stock market as well as global stock market level. The award name itself was Coffee with Mr. Prince.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. I'm Sunny Pancholi, anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings acquired by these industry leaders. We also hope that by conducting these FaceTime with Leaders interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone by identifying, nurturing, and using the trade secrets that are proven success formulas for many. And this is what we aim for with these sessions, by making them a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge-sharing community. We have one such domain giant on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Mr. Umesh Patil. I'm pleased to have you on today's show, sir.
Yeah, very good afternoon to you, Sunny. And first of all, thanks to you and WDC for inviting me to such a lovely session.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and great to hear that. Mr. Patil carries a diverse skill set honed over nearly 1.5 decades in the fields of accounts, MIS reporting, operations, and commercials. His career journey reflects a commitment to excellence, characterized by a proactive approach to maintaining high-quality standards in a fast-paced, dynamic industry. With a solid foundation in accounts, finance, and auditing, he has consistently demonstrated the ability to analyze organizational requirements and implement effective solutions to drive better business operations. Currently, he serves as a senior accountant at First Data India Private Limited, where he plays a pivotal role in managing the cash and intercompany team for general ledger accounting, reconciliation, and payments and accruals. His contribution has been instrumental in streamlining processes, reducing processing time, and implementing projects like Blackline, enhancing efficiency across the US region. So, Mr. Umesh Patil, could you let our viewers know in brief about your career journey, with a timeline for expanding your work purview with general ledger, account payable, account receivables, and payroll administration, along with highlights on milestones?
So, Sunny, to start with, my career currently is in its 18 years. So I got total 18 years of experience into the accounts and finalization. And I have started my career long back in October 2006. And I started my career journey with Capita offshore business service. So it's an what we can say, it's an insurance company. We were into the domain of providing insurance and pension plans to various other clients based in UK. And I was appointed as a senior fund administrator over there. So reconciliation was my basic strength over there. And we have to reconcile around 2,400 assets, which were spread around, say, 14,000 number of clients. And reconciliation base was a weekly basis. So in an overall, in 1 week, we have to reconcile around, say, 300 to 380 reconciliations every week. So from Capita, I have moved to Global Group of Technologies Limited, GTL. It's a Indian mobile giant, where our main job was to provide mobile towering services to our various clients like Reliance, BSNL at that time, Tata Communication, Tata Docomo, where I was being appointed as an assistant manager. It's a kind of a techno-commercial kind of profile. So I was assistant manager for them, and I was handling around 7,500 CNL sites and total 18 circles, and in around, say, 20 to 25 number of reportees were reporting to me. So that job has like given me actual exposure. Like, so we see the numbers in the P&L and in the balance sheet. So how they actually moved from an actual transaction point of view, from actual transaction, it flows to the reporting, like the P&L and the balance sheet. I have come to know actually over there. So like I was responsible to check personally, to go to the site and check where our sites have been located. So to check the revenue part coming from actual the purchase order, what we are receiving from our client, the expenses booked by the service engineers. So the number of the vouchers they are claiming, the number of what we can say the fuel required for the sites, the expenses being booked, the salary for the site engineers being booked, and how it flows from a voucher standpoint or expenses the standpoint, and how it is moving to the actual profit and loss account, and how we analysis the profit and loss account for P&L, and how we drill down it to cost center wise and each site level. So I learned a lot of things at GTL. From GTL, I moved on to WNS Global Group of Services. It's an what we can say a KP or BPO kind of thing, where I was being designated for the our US based client, which is nothing but the Sony Music Entertainment US Limited. I was the head or spoke for their US intercompany, whereas we can say the entire US intercompany and Latin US intercompany being reported under me. So like I have got around five number of reportees for me over there. But at WNS, I learned how we could have a systematic knowledge stored for our next generation. Like at GTL, it's a quite good learning process, like where I have seen actual from grassroots level up to the reporting level. So how we report an expenses, or how we report, or how we calculated AR, and how we calculated the RR basis, and what should be the basis for it. But in the that all structure was what we can say an unorganized structure. So like we have got many service engineers or many VPs who are like just by drafting and mail, we used to send yes, book 20 lakh rupees of revenue from Nokia. So there was not what we can say an organized sector. But at WNS Sony Music, I come to know the global standard what we have, the SOX compliance, like how we could come to know how we should be calculating RR, which is an authentic based on a scientific or systematic base, how we should be calculating it, how we should be drafting what we can say the SOPs, the systematic operative procedure. So like after it should be the accounting process should be process driven and not should be a person driven. So that I learned at WNS. So systematic approach to each and everything, whether I am doing booking any receivable entry, any payable entry, or any general ledger entry, the systematic approach should be must. That's what I have learned from WNS. After WNS, I have moved to the First Data Global Services Limited. Like I was being appointed as a senior accountant over there. And the First Data, it was a huge, we cannot compare the balances or what the revenue or the transaction size we booked at First Data. So it's a quite huge learning, and I'm still learning at First Data. So every person in this industry knows that First Data was a global payment service leader. It's an what we can say it's a intermediary. It's a kind of investment banker for all of us, and it has been in January 2019. It has been taken over by Pfizer. So Pfizer has taken over First Data in Jan 2019 with a whopping consideration of 22 billion. So in Jan 2019, we have been taken over by Pfizer, and now we are a one Pfizer corporation. So like entire business of like the merchant business, the service providing business, the software business has been taken over by Pfizer under its brand name, and now we are currently working together as a Pfizer entity. So the consideration of booking consideration of 22 billion in January 2019. So like both companies come together, and now currently we have got a staff strength of around 65,000 overall, and we have got a market share of 17%. And as far as we come to India, like like we swipe the transaction at any merchant places. So like we just give the card to the merchant, and he swipes it on its POS machine. So as far as India concerns, nearly 70 to 75% of that cost terminal transactions been taken care of by Pfizer. So we can say we have got a greater market strength, greater market presence in India. So this is what my journey I have today.
Mr. Patil, thank you for the excellent start to this interview. And I must say, your career journey is truly inspiring.
Thank you.
So, continuing our conversation, Mr. Patil, in your current role at First Data India Private Limited, you're handling the merger and support to the First Data and Pfizer migration. So, can you describe your responsibilities for this significant project and any challenges that you have faced along?
Yes. Yes, thank you for this wonderful question. So, like what I have said earlier, in Jan 2019, it has been decided that Pfizer will be going to take over First Data with a consideration of 22 billion, which is the one of the biggest deal in the US stock market as well as a global stock market level. Okay, so we can say it's like a coming together of two giants for a better business communication, better performance. But in total or in reality, it's like quite big challenges, especially for our accounting team. So we can say that like before we come together, also First Data was a huge entity one. So you can consider that the for 2018 we have got a revenue of 284 millions. Okay, and like around say we can say 3 to 5 billion number of transactions being processed by First Data only in US and Latin US level. So you can easily imagine what kind of business it is having and what kind of accounting volume it has. So like we first challenge what we have faced is like coming together of these two giants requires to have one accounting platform. But unfortunately, like Pfizer was running on SAP and First Data majority, it is running on Oracle. So like our US and Latin US region was on Oracle basis. But similarly, like First Data used to have the habit of taking over multiple what we can say subsidiaries company. So we have got WPay, we have got Integra. So we have got many subsidiaries company which has been acquired and taken over by First Data for over say last 8 to 10 years of time. So like we have got around 60,000 number of general ledgers which we need to get consolidated from Oracle, and we needed to get it in line with the SAP for Pfizer. So what we can say, like Pfizer, we have got one GL account, say revenue, which is the nothing but the lifeline of any business. So what is my revenue? So revenue, we at Pfizer level, we are having 50001, which is nothing but the general ledger for SAP in SAP for Pfizer. Similarly, but in Oracle, we have got around say 200 GL transactions, or what we can say GL for revenue. Only single revenue, we have got around 200 lines created. So it's quite a mammoth task for us to get consolidated from revenue from bottom level to drag it to the SAP level for Pfizer. So it has taken quite a lot from us. So we were having around 60,000 line of general ledger into the Oracle, which needs to be consolidated to SAP. That was our mammoth task, and it has taken us around say 4 to 6 months to get it consolidated to one level. And with the help of our senior, our director, like we were having E&Y and Deloitte as our what we can say facilitator for the for this entire merging. So they have helped us very much. So that was our first task. Then second task, like to have a single reporting for each and every what we can say businesses. So it has also taken quite time, like say around 2 to 3 months, to give education to each and every counterpart, or what you can say a VP for each and every region, to educate them to their accounting team, like how we should be switching from Oracle to SAP. That was a second memo task, what we had completed in this. Like this was what we can say a task for to get consolidated these two one. But what I have performed specially, after this point of time, like from Jan 2019, I have switched from a regular routine business accountant to a specialized one. So I was performing task on task basis. First of all, like I have completed the migration for these two chart of accounts from merging of two chart of accounts for these two entities. After that, I have moved all aware that on globally at First Data have and Pfizer both have presence globally. So like we have got our offices situated in US, Latin US, in Europe, in India, in Asia, in China. So like we have to what we can say deal with the tax authorities of these different entities also. So if we have to report our numbers in 10K, which is nothing but the final report what we are going to publish in US stock exchange, as we our parent company First Data is being listed to in US stock exchange. So for preparing that 10K format, like we need to have got what we can say a uniform, or we have got certain legal formalities to be completed for these entities. So what we are having operated in Europe region, or what we can say in China, in Asia. So we have got different legal entities, and we have got different what we can say laws for them. So like to have a talk with VPs and SVPs of those different regions, and to have got them consolidated and correlated with our final reporting level is being my strength for these units.
Amazing, amazing, Dr. Patil. All right. So, moving ahead, you have been honored with the Star Award twice at WNS Global Services,
Yes.
the Employee of the Quarter Award twice at First Data India, and the Special Achievement Award of the Quarter at Capital Offshore Business Services, among numerous other accolades.
Yes.
What is it that gives you the competitive edge with which you have managed so many of achievements?
Yes, Sunny, to start with this, like I should be going back to like my first company, like Capita Offshore Business Services Limited. And long back in year 2006, I was a fresher, and like just like any other youngster, or what we can say any who has started his career right now, and who has been into the industry of BPO and KPO. So we were having a team of 40 people. Okay. And like we were having what we can say a system, like on that board we were having a whiteboard, and like the best performer, or who performs the maximum number of reconciliations, his name will be going to be displayed for the entire month on that board. So this particular XYZ person has performed 1200 or 1400 reconciliations in that particular month, and he has been given as a golden star. So like I was like working like an workaholic. So I used to come before time, and I used to stay for 1 2 hours. So like I always want to see my name on top, and I should be having a 1 or 2 golden star in front of me. And moreover that, like I should be getting the cash incentive for doing the maximum number of reconciliation. So apart from that, we used to have one more award, like that was with the award name itself was Coffee with Mr. Chris. So Mr. Chris Evans, who was CEO of Capita at that time. So we were in entire 1 year, we were having one award, that Coffee with Evans, who is performing, like who is the constantly gold performer for Capita throughout the year, should be getting one Coffee with Chris, and he should be getting one gold award. But unfortunately, like I have been given silver performer award. So I was quite disappointed that instead of performing high performer for throughout the year, I have been given the second award, the silver performer award, and the first performer award was given to Nisha. She was also good performer, but she was always behind me. So like while having coffee with Mr. Chris, he noticed that I have been that I was disappointed. I was not happy with this decision. So he openly asked, so Umesh, why you are not happy with this? So I clearly told him that, sir, like I've been the gold performer throughout the year, but instead of getting the gold achiever award, I'm getting the silver achiever award. So can you please let me know why? So he had given me the good answer, like which has initiated my career. So he told me that, see, Umesh, you are doing the reconciliation. You are performing the highest number of reconciliation. Agreed. But do you know like what is next after that? Sir, after putting, like you are having the reconciliation of asset, to whom this reconciliation goes and what is the use of them? I say, no, sir, I only do the reconciliation. So he told me that, yes, this is the catch. You should be having overall knowledge. So instead of having like doing the reconciliation at best with 100% of accuracy, this is not enough. You should be having some value addition to your work. So you should be knowing which team uses this reconciliation, what is used for them, and how it could be done better for them. So can it done be in advance? So that clicked me. So instead of having my limitations limited to my asset reconciliation team, I also started to moving to like to have a reach with our GL team also. So they told me that so the asset reconciliation what you perform, it comes to us and we use it for this purpose. So I come to know, oh, it's a cat of 1.5 days could be saved. So like what we used to do, like after performing the asset reconciliation, we used to send it to our GL team. GL team used to review and send it back to us. So like any reconciliations or mistakes, so any asset addition or deletion required to be done should be done. So that clicks me. So to have an value addition to our work and not just doing the work like what we can say a horse performing its task. So we should have some more insight about it, and we should be having end-to-end knowledge.
Amazing, 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 Patil. All right. So now let's dive into the subject of ESG and corporate governance. So here is my question to you, and a very simple and straightforward one. How and when did you realize your potential in ESG and corporate governance?
So to be very frank, like ESG was in my mind. So I think everybody who is a 90s child should know the what ad being floated by Tata Steel. So like we always used to see the ad floated by Tata Steel. So it says that we perform we provided fresh drinking water to these many number of villagers. We perform donation services for child. We perform giving free education to our child. We support them. We donate them. And apart from that, the cash line used to say that we also make steel. So so they have projected the Tata Steel like in a such a way that we also make steel. So making steel is not their primary motto, but to help the society, to upbring the society, to have their social responsibility is their main criteria. And apart from them, yes, we also make steel. So that catches me. And like as you or everyone knows, Tata Group is like a very near to every Indian. Like it's a fact that apart from their businesses, they look after their staff, the entire society, upbringing, and having good quality life for each and every human being. Yes. So like that has bring me so I was quite aware of this ESG concept from my childhood or from my youngster age. But yes, thanks to the WDC team, with their seminar, they have formally been introduced to this topic and like how to have ESG in our life with our studies, we can make a better society together. So thanks to WDC also.
So before we conclude our discussion on ESG and corporate governance, I would like to quickly ask you, Mr. Patil, as an ESG and corporate governance expert, what values do you bring to the table?
So I think that value what I would be bringing to the table is to have the truthfulness. So as we all know, like currently we have got a heavy taxation burden in India. So any company or any stakeholders in the businesses do not want that we should be spending too much apart from these taxes. We should be spending too much on ESG. So like yes, it's what we can say authentic from their point also, that they are paying the taxes. So it's responsibility of the government to have a good environment, or provide good facilities to the common or general public. But yes, it's what we can say, it's moral responsibility of each and every of us to have a good environment, to have a good society for each and every of us. So by like what I can say, like to have like after having good knowledge of ESG and having a systematic, what we can say, knowledge, and what we can say, uh, planning together for a good upliftment of society, I would be bringing the value that any goal what we are setting from company side, and any expectation what we are putting together from society side. So I should be bringing the bridge between them. So I should act like a bridge from them. So the expectation from the society side, and what we can say, the expectation from the management or the corporate side, I should have a golden point where it should be connecting between two. So I should not be stretching far from the organization side also, and it should not far depriving from the society side also. So I will bring that to the table. So it should be a win and win situation for both society as well as for the organization.
Absolutely, it creates a win-win situation for both. That was your take on ESG and corporate governance. All right. So moving forward, let's discuss technology and its impact on your professional landscape. So, what are some of the most remarkable changes you foresee in field with technological advents like IoT, AI, ML, blockchain, digital twin, cloud, big data, Web 3.0, etc.?
Yes. So, like to answer this question, like I think our generation, like who has seen the internet going on live, internet is taking over our lives. Previously, like it used to take many days to after having a speed post also, any like purchase order or any check what we used to send to our client, it used to take days to clear from one, also transfer from one place to another. But with coming of the AI, like the fast internet, the digital transaction, digital rupees, the digital payments, it has really what we can say, it has revolutionized our entire life also. But I must say that Generation Z and above that, like they are facing issues with too much of digitalization or modernization, we can say. So like for them, their mindset has become like, yes, everything should be done like this. But in practicality, we should have a backup also. So like currently, what we can say, like currently we have faces an issue with Microsoft, the blue bug. So
Yes.
you must know that many of the airlines, the hotel industry, the banking industry, even some of our cyber offices in US and Latin US suffer a great loss of say around 2 to 2.5 days, being faced by them. So like we should not be entirely depending upon the technology. We should be always having what we can say, a backup. So I think our Indian technology or Indian mindset is good example of it, where all the entire world will take around 2 to 2.5 days to recover from this and to get this fixed. But the Infosys from our South India and our IT ministry has come to help. And I think in record time of around say 12 to 14 hours, they have come to have a good solution for it. So like we should not be entirely depending upon the technology. We should always have a plan B, so that we could have the technology as a good resources for us, and not making it we entirely depending upon it.
Rightly said, Mr. Patil. All right, so this brings us to the last question of the session, and here it is. We are building a community of industry magnates. The move is meant for cross-pollination of knowledge and building a knowledge-sharing community of corporate giants and industry experts. So what are your thoughts about these initiatives taken by Mr. Zishan Pathan, Mr. Heval Mehta, and the team of World Development Corporation?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank WDC and Mr. Eval for bringing such innovative idea. So you might know, it is always better to have a knowledge pool. So if I'm in the requirement of some solution for my problem, so I am knowing that yes, after reaching this particular group, I would definitely get the answer to it. Also, it will help the industry expert to have contact with each other. So as I know that nobody is perfect, and learning should be and learning is a process, and it never comes to end. So if we come to know, if we have got a group of industry experts or experts in that particular field, we will be having a good what we can say a brainstorming session. So we will be having a good knowledge sharing, so that would sharpen our skill and that would add to our knowledge. So it's a quite good idea, I think. And I think would be better than that.
Great, Mr. Patil. It was fantastic conversing with you, and I'm confident that our insights will inspire future leaders. Thank you, Mr. Umesh Patil, for joining us today, and we wish you the best for your future endeavors. Moreover, trust that this initiative by Directors Institute has unquestionably expanded the participants' understanding and
Yeah,
enriched their minds.
yeah, sure. Thanks a lot, Sunny, for your time and your kind support. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Have a nice day.